Hi, everyone. Thank you all for joining today. It's been some time, did not went live. So whoever is watching, participating in the Zoom or on Facebook, happy to be here as we are closing 2021 and getting to a new year. So it's always a time to revisit our goals, what we are trying to work and achieve uh, in what we had achieved in 2021 and what we'd like to achieve in 2022. It's always good that you stop and reflect on what had happened in the 2021 and what things you'd like to improve, what things you need to keep working on, and many things. So today it will be some interactive, so I'll be giving some exercises, but I will give you some tips really to help you to set the 2022 the way you want it, rather than it's things going the way you don't like it to be. And it's always better that you design your life, you decide what goals you want to achieve, rather than letting others design it for you. So in a way that you're working on other people's dreams and goals. So I have a few slides. If you have any questions, you can post it. Either if you're on the Zoom, you can put the question on the Zoom, or if you're on Facebook, just write it down. Maybe I will not be able to respond now during the meeting, but after that, I can do that part. So we have a guy, Ahmed is joining. Thanks for joining, Ahmed. All right, so I will share the slides I'm going to cover today. So today we're talking about how you can grow your career and business by setting 2022 goals. It's important that you always have a goal with you. You know exactly what you are working towards and heading for. So I will give you the tips how you can start working or designing, developing the right goals, plus how you can start working towards those goals. So now I will not talk much about myself, but people who does not know me, normally that's what I'm doing. I'm working with professionals and startups to develop a success mindset for their career and business growth through their mentorship, where I help mentoring people. This is part of the business. Other business, I'm working on management consultancy, where I support organizations and industries to establish a new business or a new projects in the field that they're looking for. So I'm a mentor and advisor for executive and startups. In addition, I'm a certified Procter Gallagher consultant. This is where I get all the support for the material I'm teaching people. And I am a founder of a Quantum Results, and at the end, a father for 4 kids, 2 boys and 2 girls. So what do you expect today? It will be really so interactive. In case the one who registered on the Zoom, I send them the workbook. If you did not, just maybe on the comments on the Facebook, put a comments or put your email so I can immediately forward to you the workbook, because the workbook will give you a summary plus the exercise plus that working action plan that you can do. So I always have the questions in my mind because for me, I am a fan to understand why only few people make it, to the top. Why only few professional and people who start a business, just a few people succeed in business and their life. Why not everyone? Why not you and the others, your friends, the families? Why only few people do it? And it's a curiosity for me, just really to understand, is there really a secret think that those people are doing, the successful ones, that and others they don't want, then what challenges may I expect during my career progression and startup journey? This is something to prepare yourself to be ready for the future, to be able to upgrade yourself and be ready for the next level that you are targeting, either if it is a business or a professional. And always, this is something from, if I know where I want to go, why I'm reluctant, why I'm hesitant to do it, knowing that, yeah, it's easy. I want to get this level in the job, or I want to start up this business. So what is causing reluctancy in me and others? And finally, this is what I'm curious about. Is there a process to accelerate my career progression and business startup journey or not? So is there a process, or it is something they do with people do it haphazard? So today I will share the process. It's simple, effective, but the challenge I'm telling you, what I'm sharing today is only information. The whole secret is not knowing how to do it, is doing it. Knowing is not enough, but doing it is the key to make your ideas, your goals, so you can make it happen. Now, this is a common problem we are raised, everyone in the life, with certain beliefs. The beliefs as follows, simply. People go to university, so they spend a fair amount of money. This is what we raise. Hey, you have to go to university, then get good grades, then you get a secure job. So this is what we are raised, that I cannot get a good job till I go to university, spend money, be doing well, then I get a secure job. It is a belief. I don't want to question that belief, but those beliefs sometimes drive us in a one direction. If you challenge it, you might find out, no, that is not the right belief, because there are some successful people who did not go to universities and they making a hell of money. They are more successful than me, which I spent all my life going to college. Also, another belief, if I work hard, I may get a lot of money. If I don't, I will not get money. It's a belief. Then you cannot start a business while you are working in your current job. Many people, they said, no, you cannot. You either need to leave your current job and start a business or not, this is a questionable belief I don't buy in. If you start a business while in a job, you will lose work-life balance. And this is some beliefs for people. For me, the last two, I started my own business while I was working in a secure job. It never hurts me. I was balancing my life with the family, enjoying and doing that part-time. It's all about the mindset and how you develop the right mindset to serve you. Now, these beliefs, which we talked about, has caused the following. Fear of trying, change, and failure. Because we talked about, okay, I cannot, for example, start a business till I leave a job, because this has caused a fear. It's a belief. So based on that belief, no, if I want to try, no, I will fail. I should leave my job in order to start. No, this is not true. And my environment has more power on your will over your willpower, because we were always thinking what will happen outside, and based on that, you see that you are affected by the circumstances rather than your own willpower. Frustration, because you're not happy in your current job and you cannot leave it to start a business, and this is causing frustration. You want to upgrade your life, but you cannot. And it's all driven by your own beliefs that you inherited from the surrounding and the environment. And also that causes an anxiety. In addition, you started running with these challenges. Lack of focus, because you want to have another income, but you're not able to have that income. So in a way, so you've been too ways which want to go, which where you want to put your efforts, so you start losing focus. Also, lack of implementation, lack of commitment, lack of mentorship, and lack of guidance and support. These, I think I've been there, and you will, for sure, many people, many professionals and business owners are feeling the same frustration and the challenges they're running there. So now to our topics. We said I will give you the action plan. You might look, oh, this is simple. I know, everyone knows it. What I'm sharing is not new. But what is important, as I said, that roadmap you need to implement. You need to focus on. So the first thing, if you want to grow your career or business, is you need to find a clear goal. What do you want to achieve in 2022? You look on this year, 2021, or the year before, and you notice the things that you had already achieved, you were so clear in what you want to achieve. And if you did not achieve things, I'm telling you, this is the first problem, that you are not clear about your goal. And this is very important to know it. So is it clear what you want to achieve in 2022 or not? I will show you how you can come up with a clear goal. Now, questions always people ask, okay, how can I come with goal ideas? Common mistakes when we start coming up with goals, what I would like to achieve, what things I'd like to have, is it's hard. No way I can achieve, because whatever I tried, it doesn't work. It never happens. So it's hard to find really goals. Or believing that you need an amazing goal, something, glory, shiny, to get started. These are mistakes, I'm saying. So don't make it, it's only what's called a false thoughts and beliefs. Or you jump, the first idea comes to you, yes, I want to do it. Some people, they jump and it looks like this is not what they want. Or some people, it's the other way. They start thinking, and because they want to come with the perfect idea, which it never happens. You need to be somehow in the middle. And for some people who want to start their business, they start thinking about the solution rather than the problem. So he have a product and he will find their customers for it. No, you need to look for a problem, find what people want, then try to find a solution to help them solve that problem. It's not the other way, that I have a product, I want to put it in the market. No, maybe that product is only you're going to use it. So now, how can you generate goals and ideas? Simply is ask yourself some questions. Are you an expert on something valuable? Or can you prepare yourself to be an expert? This is something. If you are an expert on something valuable, you can teach people, you can coach people, you can offer some service on that one. Or if there's a field you want to do. So some people I know, they'd like to have a second income. And that second income, they want to go for the stock market where they buy and sell shares. And they know, they're hearing from market that it's a rewarding. For example, I'm just giving an example. So that person will start preparing himself to be an expert before jumping immediately to the stock market, not understanding, because it has a certain knowledge that you need to be aware how the market functioning, what is impacting it, and so on. So in a way, this is how you start generating your goals and what things you need to start working on. Some people also, for example, is look for industries that seem broken. So there's some industry, this is mainly for the people who want to start a business, either a new business or a side business while they're working. Just look around. What is some industries are broken? Maybe there are some problems in some areas that need someone to fix and nobody's spending time. So this is how you start coming, okay, I think this problem I can address, let me fix it. For example, during the COVID when it started, one of the issues people face is they don't know exactly what to do, how they will be managing what is happening in the COVID and the situation, the circumstances around them. So some people start serving that industry to get people clear what they want and how they start achieving it. They start working on their mindset and so on. So this is an area how you can start serving. Think of things you wish someone else would build for you. For example, you're suffering from something and you wish someone can fix that problem. Let's say some people, that was an earlier problem, but they fix it. In cold countries, when you start your car, it takes time, plus the car from inside is so cold that you cannot sit, that you hope that someone can heat it up before you get in the car. And so they came with that invention. So there was a problem, a need. Someone came with that invention that you can start your car remotely, turn on the heater where you warm up. Now, look for things that have changed in the world recently. Like what happens in the COVID, you see all the industries and new industries of, there were a couple of industries were coming in, like the online meetings. This is a new industry has started immediately because people cannot go there. People want to run their business, so they need to find a virtual platform. So this is how they come up, and you see that virtual meetings and so on is a new industry. Other things for the disinfection because of the COVID and the health and the need for to disinfect everything around you to make sure that there is no COVID is being spreaded and so on. So there's a new industry. So this is how you start coming and generating ideas. Then the last one is find companies that have been successful recently. So you look what is going on in the world. Some companies are successful. However, there are some areas they did not cover. So what can I do, add to their products to make it different? Now, when we come to the goals, so I ask always the people, what is your goal? A goal is, this is something you have to know, is something you are going after that you've never done before. So don't select something. If you buy a car, you want to buy another car. This is not considered a goal, but because you already know how to do it. It is something doing like you never did before. For example, you hope that you can write a book. You never wrote a book in your life. So this is a nice goal. Let's say you don't have any house and you want to have a house of your dream and you never done it before. So this is a new goal and so on. So you can list down, this is something when I said you never done before. And what is important when you look on the goal is designed to help you grow. It causes you to draw something from yourself that you didn't even know was there. So you feel that there is a growth. You don't know how you're going to do it, but as you start working on it, you start yourself learning a new skills, finding a new qualities or talents that you never had before or thought you don't been able to do it. And this is how the nice about growth. And the last one, your goal should be inspiring you. It's going to come from inside. And how you know it's inspiring you? So when you wake up every day, you feel you are excited, you're going to keep doing it. So in addition, now you need to ask when you select your goals, are my goals making me excited and energized? So ask yourself, now when you set a goal, are you excited to achieve it or not much? Because this is a key. Other than the clarity of the goal, what you want, it should excite you and you should be energized because you will face failures. I'm telling you, this is normal because you never did it before. You don't know how. You think it is this way, this plan, but it did not work. Then you need to do different plans. So that goal is not coming from inside and is inspiring you and get you excited. Immediately you will give up because you said, no, it's not for me. However, if it is something you really want, nothing will stop you. Now, this is for the people who works on the industry. What promises if you are starting a new business that I can deliver to my customers on a consistent basis to the market? And how can I be clear that my product, my brand is a clear choice for them? Now, maybe people hears about the vision board. A vision board simply is you put your goals, either a short-term goals or a long-term goals, on a vision. This is a way of how things can remind you uh, about your goals or things you have ambition to achieve. So this is a vision board for myself. I put it before 3 years, where I was dreaming to have a house with an office. I want to run a marathon, half marathon, and I want to travel a business class. And so it's a wishful thinking and dreaming. I put that one, and it's always, I have it on my phone here. So if you see my, what's called the background of my phone, it is shown, this is my vision board. I don't know what happens. It reminds me, I wasn't prepared to show it today, but this is how the powerful of those vision board, when you have clear goals, what you want, you start seeing that you're achieving them without knowing. So now I managed to run a half marathon. So for me, this thing is ticked because I achieved it. The second thing, I managed to buy my own house where it has a nice view and where it is facing a park with a nice weather and everything. And this is really was my dream house. And I found out when I look in that picture, this is what it reminds me with my vision board, because I was dreaming always to travel on a business class and and travel on a private jet. And this picture, which happens only over the weekend, I was traveling on a private jet on a business trip. So in a way, I'm not saying to brag to you, but I'm saying when you set the goals and start working on it, trust me, it's simple, but you need to work on it. You will start achieving and taking what things you want to achieve. So still in my list, there's other things I'd like to achieve. So I know it is coming. Now, what I want to, I'll give maybe a few minutes, but it's good to write down this exercise. So how can you come up with a goal? It's simple. I always say this is how I train the people I'm working with. Write down all what you would like to achieve in 1 year. So write just a shopping list, a wish list. I want to buy a car I never had before, something you never had before, nothing. So, or I want to buy a house. I want to have a PhD. I want to have a Nobel Prize, and so whatever. I want to write my own book. So write down whatever you'd like to achieve. Then the second thing I want you to do is, now from that list, you sort down all items by importance in a way The most thing that you'd like to have more than anything else, you put 1, then this least, and so on. So you have write them from 1 to 10. If it is a 10 on your list, if it is 30, you put them 1 to 30, whatever. And simply pick up the first and second goal from the list. So which is the most thing you'd like to achieve in 2022? Pick up 1 or 2 goals. That's it. Don't work on 10 goals. It will never work. You will have a lot of distractions. Plus, you will waste your energies. I'm giving by experience. It is easy for your mind to function, to focus, to put all your energy once you have 1 or 2 goals. I know people might put 10, but it's not effective. It will take longer time and you will be jumping from one to another. So our mind works in series rather than on a parallel, in a way that you need to do something one after the other rather than 10 things on a. So I hope that you take the time to work on writing your goals. Just brainstorm, put whatever you want, sort by the priorities, and then pick up the first and the second goal from the list. If you have any questions, just ask. Maybe you can put on the chat in the Zoom or on the Facebook. I will come back to your questions. If not now, maybe later I will respond to you. Now you had set up your goal. This is nice. So what the heck is holding you back? What do you think is holding you back to start working on your goals? And this is very important. Now, what you will find out that there are 2 things to achieve the goal you want. You need to understand where you are now and where you're going. Simple. I want to write a book. That's good. Now I don't have a book. So what the heck, if it is so simple, why I am not writing a book? People think it's the problem is always here in the goal. Now we put in the previous, the first step is to set a goal. It was clear for you. For example, you have a goal. I want to release 10 kg of my weight, or I want to run a marathon, or I want to buy a car, right? But you're not doing it. So it is clear that this is what you want. People think the problem always in the goals. However, there are so many people stuck. The problem never been in the goal. The problem always where you are today. It is now. This is what is holding you back from taking the steps to move. And this is what we call something called paradigm. And this is the paradigm. I want to make it simple. This is the power of habits and beliefs. So if your habits and beliefs doesn't support for you to go to your new goal, you will never do it. If you believe, your certain belief that I cannot start another business while I'm on the job, you will never start that business until you start believing differently that yes, I can start another business easily while having a work-life balance and keeping my main job. Unless you start changing the way you look at it and believing it, nothing will happen. And this is what I teach people, a process and the techniques. I will start developing the right beliefs, the right habits. So to give you some examples about those paradigms, and these are they are so powerful. Your current results, if you want to know your current beliefs and habits, if you look on your current results, you know what is getting you to get the results. It is your habits and beliefs. For example, people, they have a time management that they said, I cannot manage time. It's a belief. However, there's different techniques and ways that people can develop a right time management. It's not a time management, it's a priority management. So whatever is important, you start work on it. What is not important, you put it down the list. And this is how you can be more productive. But it's a belief that you need to develop. If you're lacking confidence, no way you can step up and be a leader, be a manager, become a CEO or an owner. So this is something you need to start working on inside. This is how I start working on the self-image with my mentees, with the people I'm working with, how to start building the right image to get you what you want. For example, if you're an engineer, you want to be head of department. You need to start changing the inside. I know there are some skills required, but this is not enough. If you're lacking confidence, nobody will hire to be a guy who's leading other people. He's lacking confidence or low self-esteem. If you're facing a problem of procrastination, that you're doing things at the last minute, so this is a current belief that, yeah, it is okay, it will work. But once you want to be in a productive way, you need to start changing those beliefs. Or some people, they're always living by and controlled by the surroundings. So whatever happening outside them, they need, how they say, that they are only reacting to the situation. And they are caring about the others, like here. So what they will say, how I will respond. Nobody had commented on my post, and so on, and they got frustrated, and. So these are things can hold you back. So now my question for you, and really be serious about it. What is the one thing or two things that is holding you back from going to your goal? Money is not something is holding you back. It is more than that, because money is available everywhere. If you have a project, you can find some people to invest. If you want to buy a house, there is more on it. So you need to make a decisions and select the goals. The money will show up whenever you want it. So ask yourself, what is one thing I need to change in my life? Or if it is changing in my life, things will start moving ahead. Be serious. And there's some techniques we can discuss, maybe not today. People can reach me. I will give them those tools and techniques, how to start building the new beliefs or the new habits. Because what is holding you back is mainly a certain belief or a habit that unless you upgrade and change, you will still be stuck. And this is what is holding people back. This is one of the people I work with. This is a CEO of a company I work with. And when we started working, they have a certain belief in the business that it will never grow beyond the 30% growth year over year, or this is the maximum and it's crazy, never happens. So I started working with him and their team to start changing their beliefs. And the great things, within 2 months, they start seeing the results they never had before, because it's a way of upgrading your beliefs. And they start getting more and more higher results. Now, this is, if you want to get a takeaway from this webinar, this is the most important, which is developing persistence. So what is persistence? First of all, how you develop the habit of persistence. I consider it's a habit. Now, you should have a goal backed with a burning desire for its fulfillment. Now you have a goal. Let's say I want to buy a Ferrari car, or I want to be a CEO. That's good. It's a nice goal. and there is a growth in it. But is it burning inside you that you want it? If there is no burning desire, trust me, the first failure, you will give up. If there is a burning desire, nothing will stop you. You will keep going, although there is a failure, first failure, second failure, third failure. Look on all those stories from the people around you, or the people who were successful. They were having a burning desire for the goal they want to achieve. Let's say Edmund Hillary, he had a burning desire to be the first one to climb Mount Everest. So in 1951, so the goal is clear for him, wanna be the first person who touched the Mount Everest top. And he has a burning desire inside him. So the first year, he failed, 1951. 1952, he went and had a bigger failure, right? 1953, because he has that burning desire, he managed to be on the top of Mount Everest. So that burning desire is what's keeping you going. So if it's not clear for you what is that burning desire, you need to work on that one. You need to ask yourself, why I want to be the CEO of the company? Why I want to get this amount of money? Why? Ask yourself, because this is what will be the driver. For example, yeah, I want to have an income of 100,000 a year, for example, whatever currency. Why? Because I will be able to get a house for the family, a good teaching for my kids. I will buy this and that and that. And this is why I want it. It's not the 100,000, what you're going to do with that goal. There should be a reason, because this is what will keep you going. Then a plan with continuous action. It's not having a goal without taking any actions. Never happens. When I show you those in my vision board, I was taking actions. I had a plan. Something did not work, others works. Then I kept going with a continuous action till I achieve it. And you can do it. This is anything. You look on your life, this is what you do. You have a goal. It's a burning desire because you want it. Maybe when you've completed your college school. And so these are some examples. So you should have a plan with a continuous action. And this is what I want to go back to Edmund Hillary. He always had a plan with a continuous action. So he planned the 1951. Did not work. He took an action, did not work. So he tried a different plan. Did not work. Tried 1953, a third plan. Now it works with him. However, there was a continuous action. A mind closed tightly against all negative and discouraging influences. So whatever goals you set, all the people who doesn't understand that burning desire inside you will not appreciate what you are talking about. If you tell them, yeah, I want to be the first one in the family to go to the moon, they said, you're crazy. Come on, are you crazy? Are you going to kill yourself? What will happen with you? You have a family, you have a blah, blah. And they will give you all the reason. Trust me, you need to have a mind closed tightly against all negative. This is one of the critical things. Don't listen to people. Listen only to your mentors, people you trust, who will guide you, who will encourage you to do so. Edmund Hillary, all the people, they told him, you will get killed. 1951, he had a failure. So everyone was jumping on him. Are you crazy? You failed. This is a signal for you that you're going to kill yourself. Don't try. So he closed his mind. He kept going. And it was 52 and a bigger failure. And 53, he managed. A last one, a like-minded group who will encourage you to follow through. Find someone, a group, a person, a mentor, a buddy, your partner, to encourage you to follow through. Because this is one of the things, this is sometimes I tell people, If that environment you are at is not encouraging you, find a different environment. Move for a different company, move to a different place, because you need supportive system to encourage you. And this is how, when I work with people, I will be their their group, their supportive, to make sure they achieve whatever they'd like to achieve in their life. Because I will be in a way mentoring them, to coach them, to ask them to keep going and moving towards their goals. I don't let people to start, I call them, these are the mind closed here, those naysayers, the people who will let you down. So for you, if you write down and follow this one, trust me, you will get it. Nobody can tell you you will never get the goals you want. Nothing will stop you to make your goals not to happen. The only one who will let you down and will stop you from achieving your goal, it is you, nobody else. Now, the last thing is you need to develop decision-making skills. So you set a goal, you made a plan, you stop all those naysayers, mind closed, and you have surround yourself with the goals. Now take actions, make decisions. Because without a decision, nothing will happen. You will not know it will work or it will not work. Don't let your mind is the one who's stopping you. The only thing can tell you that you can do it or you cannot is by taking action. And when you take an action, it will give you a feedback, what areas you need to improve, what skills you need to learn, what people you need to work with or surround yourself with. This is the only way you will tell if what you are doing, so it will give you immediate feedback. So the question, what is holding you to take decisions? Just think about it. And you will find out these are just not a real decision. It's all sometimes fear from ourselves that we don't want to take a risk because we are getting out of our comfort zone. So also, if you have any issues on making decisions, you can contact me. I can guide you how to make the right decisions. To summarize, what we had achieved and discussed today is, first of all, find a clear goal. Simple. And I show you how you can find it by putting a shopping list and rank them and select them. Second thing, get rid of what is holding you back. There is, to get a goal, there is one bigger thing is holding you back. Identify it and start building a new beliefs. And I can guide you if you are interested to know the tools and processes to build those new habits and beliefs. Please feel free to contact me. So this is the second thing. The third thing is develop persistence habit, which we identified with 4 things. Clear goal with a burning desire, have a plan with continuous actions, close mind, don't listen to others naysayers, and 4th, surround with yourself with someone who really encourages you, a group, a mentor, whoever, someone who's going to push you up rather than pull you down. And the last thing, make a decision and start taking action. So is there something more? Yeah. This is just a general information. Anyone interested, they can contact me. So how can I develop a new success habits to start a business or to start growing my career? How can I be always at my best regardless? I don't care what is happening around me. Is there a way? Yeah, absolutely. There is always a way. How can I have an environment group who would encourage me to follow through? Because we said this is important to keep you going. Find the right group, mentors to help you and encourage you to follow through your goals. Is there a system and community that helped me to achieve my goals and results? Absolutely. And this is for you as I work with the people who join working with me, either individuals or as a group, where I do work with them over a 3 month or a 6 month based on the client's needs, where I work with them through a process and a roadmap to help them from setting a goal, identifying what is holding them back, how they can start building their beliefs, how they can start building their own self-image, be the person they'd like to be, how to overcome fears, and more. So it's a peer-to-peer support community, and like a masterminding where you can help you to keep going. You can do it by yourself, but as I said, information is not enough. It's taking actions and have the support system. Find a buddy, find someone who is really willing to work with you to towards the goals you want. If you cannot, you can also contact me. I can offer you whatever I'm doing now. So this is a question: are you up of doing this? If you are interested, simply book a call, and this is my contact details on Calendly, so we can have a chat, a one-to-one, so I can help you to identify your goals and how you can start achieving them. So this is what I thought sharing today with you all. And any questions you have, I'll be happy to answer. You can put your comments on the Facebook, so I can come back and discuss with you or reply to your